And keep the knees bent to support your lower back. Grounding the entire body down to the mat. Feel all the points of contact between your body and the floor. Start taking deep breaths in and out, where your inhale starts letting your belly rise up towards the ceiling, and then the chest, and then the belly starts descending, followed by the chest. Let all the air go, and you begin again filling the belly with air, and then the chest. And then start letting the chest drop towards the floor, followed by the belly. Take 2 or 3 breaths in this way, becoming very aware of the way that the belly expands towards the ceiling, filling your way with air. And then the chest. And then release everything. Notice the changes happening in the body. Give yourself a moment in between the inhale and the exhale. On your next inhale, you can straighten the legs, bring the arms up overhead, point the toes, and take a big good morning breath. Deep inhale, reach, 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 reach. And exhale, melt down to the floor, letting your feet plop open. Maybe you're letting your arms melt down to the floor, elbows hit the floor. And just take 1 or 2 deep breaths there in just a very carefree position, not minding too much of how we've landed. Easing away from any discomfort. And then little by little, we return back to this bent knee position with which we started. Go ahead and bring your arms down by the sides. Allow your collarbone to spread open and take a deep breath in. Big exhale out. On your next inhale, send the hips up towards the ceiling, letting the knees start reaching towards, away from you. And keep that going. Taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. See if you can open that space across the front of the hip bone. Maybe spread out the toes. Press the floor away with your entire foot. Acknowledge any swaying or any correcting that your body's doing. And then start lowering the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, down, down to the mat. As soon as your tailbone lands on the floor, start moving your knees from side to side. Make the movements small at first, and you can even feel your sacrum rocking from side to side as well. Continue that rocking motion, and this time maybe let things get a little wider. Maybe you let the legs drop a little further away. Only until you feel very, very gentle stretch. And then return your way back as easily as possible. Continue on with your deep breaths in, and sometimes we can start matching the breath to the movement we're doing. So as you send the legs out to one side, you can inhale, and as you bring them back, exhale. And just continue on with that movement. From there, plant the feet down. You're just going to take that right leg up. Press the right heel away from the body, and you can do little circles around the ankle. Maybe in one direction and then the other. And then pressing the heel away, maybe feel a gentle stretch in the back of the leg. On your next inhale, lower the leg just until it's about an inch over the floor. And then exhale, bring it right back up. Notice how many changes happen in the body as we do this. You might feel yourself rocking on the sacrum. You might feel yourself putting some weight onto the opposite leg. You might feel your abdominals jumping in. We're not making shapes, just experiencing sensations. Take that last one. And bend the right knee, stepping the right foot next to the left. Try the other side. Left leg extends up. And do your little circles here as well. And make sure you go in both directions. From there, press the heel away, away, away. And then inhale, lower. Exhale to rise. This is also our first opportunity to match our movement with inhale to lower. Exhale to rise. We'll take about 3 more of these. And try that last one. Step the left foot next to the right. Let the legs fall over to one side and just roll over into just a side laying restful position. Take that top arm into cactus arm, in this case my right arm. And your next inhale, just peel yourself open little by little. Once you get to that end point, or you really can't take it any further, close the door once more. Maybe letting your gaze follow along with the arm that's moving. Notice that you're dropping your entire thorax and rib cage towards the mat as you open. And you can take these as slowly and as quickly as you'd like. Take one more. And then once you get to that last position, see if you can take that full inertia to let you continue rolling over, and voila, you're laying on your back again. Take any little movement here to reset the body, maybe rocking the hips from side to side. And roll over to your opposite side. And we do the same movement about 3 or 4 times. And what you'll notice, now that I'm on this side, is just how much you can open across the chest. And try that last one and let it take it all the way to laying on your back. Good job. Reset it. Maybe wiggle a little bit from side to side. And we're all going to meet up in a seated position. Take the path of least resistance and find a seated position that feels good to you. Here we are in a seated position. If it's uncomfortable to sit down flat on the floor, you can always sit on a yoga block. Makes it a little more comfortable for the lower back. You can sit in Sukhasana. You can sit with your legs extended long in front of you, maybe creating a little bit of space for your body to sit over. But wherever you are, just know that we will be here for a moment, and I want you to be as comfortable as possible. So let's begin. Sitting with the legs, however feels good. You can start rocking from side to side and feeling those sits bones touching the floor. Bring the arms out to a T and just feel that gorgeous sensation of expansion, reaching the fingertips away from one another, while keeping both hips rooted down to the floor. Start reaching to the side, to that left side, keeping the hips down. Reach, reach, reach. And then turn to look down at your right arm, letting that left arm start making its way up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Turning the gaze to the upper arm. And turn your head once more. And your next inhale, coming back through that T. Exhale, relax the arms down. Inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, reach the arms over to the other side. This time maybe following the gaze to the fingertips. Lower that left hand down. Start bringing the right arm up and overhead till you enjoy that stretch. Look up. And then turn the gaze back down. Take that for just a moment before we inhale back through center. And exhale, relax the shoulders down. You're doing great. Place the hands on the tops of the thighs. Relax the body. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, and exhale, relax the shoulders down. Close the eyes. And take 3 breaths here, noticing any changes that are happening. Noticing where the air goes. Noticing this new posture. Noticing the length throughout the spine, and as you exhale and relax the shoulders down, try to keep that length. Notice how the air travels throughout the body as you inhale. And notice how supported you are with the ground on your exhale. Hinge forward just a little bit at the hips so that your hands can rest on the floor. Take a deep inhale, and on your exhale, just let the head completely drop. And in that position, keeping your head dropped, you can sway from side to side. Bring the chin to the chest a little bit more. And add some free movement here. Take your time. And we're back. Go ahead and start bringing yourself right back up. Now if your legs were crossed, this is a great opportunity to change the position just so we get some new patterns in our body. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and we're going into a twist. So start twisting over to your right side. Again, trying to keep both hip bones exactly where they are on the floor. Gently we start anchoring this position. So the left hand goes to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand comes behind us. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, twist a little bit more. Maybe turn the head. Take 2 more breaths right here. One more breath. And on your next inhale, bring the arms up, overhead. Deep, deep breath. Reach for the skies, for the ceiling, for everything that you need. And then ease away. Bring the hands back to heart center. Take a big breath in, lengthen through the spine. And we start twisting to the left side. Using our own strength, using our own movement. We'll get to a point where we can't move anymore. And that's when we bring in that extra leverage. Placing the hands on the thigh and then the floor behind you. You can push the floor away with that backhand. You can twist yourself a little bit more with that forward hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Take 2 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, again, bring your arms up overhead. Good. We're going to create some tension here. So biceps to the ears, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Feel the sides of your midsection. Reach, reach, reach. Reach up. 1 more big breath in. And take the hands to heart center. Close your eyes. And take 2 more deep breaths. This time, really acknowledging the air going into the belly. Keeping that length throughout. And then exhale with that same length. Take 1 more breath here. Take 2 more breaths here. Again, we hinge forward a little bit, place the hands down, and this time try to walk them forward just a little bit more. We'll do the same thing here, letting the head fall heavy and swaying from side to side. On your next inhale, see if you can slide your hands towards you as if you were trying to slide yourself across the room. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen through the spine. Take that soft gaze forward. Draw the shoulders back. And with gorgeous new length, come back to your seated position. And from here, we're moving into an all-fours position. I'm going to demonstrate a very easy way to do this. If you have a different way, you're probably there already. You need a little extra time. Just pause the video when you get up. Here's what I recommend. Stack one leg on top of the other. Place both hands on the floor. And then gently just bring your hips up. And make your way to the center. So when you get to your all-fours position, your hands are right under your shoulders, tops of the feet to the mat, and your knees are right under your hips. As you draw your first inhale in, you can let the belly start dropping towards the floor, your chest expanding forward, your tailbone lifting towards the ceiling, your chin coming forward, strong gaze across the room. And then when it's time to exhale, bring the chin to chest, round the spine. Push the floor away. Tailbone's tucking under. You might be creating space between the shoulder blades. And whenever you're ready, come right out of there and go into a second cycle. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to round. Take that last one. And we all meet up in a neutral spine. From here, tuck the toes under, going into our first downward facing dog. Start lifting the hips and knees off of the floor, sending them up towards the ceiling, creating that triangle shape with the body. Press the heels down. And you come to that downward dog position. Enjoy this one without too much care for form. Do whatever movement your body asks for at this moment. If you want to be completely still, then enjoy that stillness. If you want to pedal your heels, enjoy. Take a big breath in. Exhale, drawing your chest to the thighs, letting the head drop completely towards the floor. Take one more breath. And then gently start walking the feet to the hands and the hands to the feet until your heels are securely on the floor. Bend the knees as much as you need to so that you're nice and secure. If your hands touch the floor, well, that's great. You can always also plant your hands somewhere on your body. If you have a yoga block, you can also bring the floor to your hands. But wherever you are, continue on supported so that you can really let things go. Little by little, we'll start coming up to a standing position. Let the hands completely release towards the floor and we roll up. Little by little. So take one more big breath in, one more big breath out, and have a wonderful rest of your day. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. And please feel free to leave any comments or suggestions down below. It's been an honor guiding you through this practice. I hope we get to do it again. Until then, stay safe, stay active, and I'll see you very, very soon.